It's time to go!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Claude and the Bansters. Hope everyone's well. Welcome to everyone in the comments. Hope you're all safe. Had a lovely day. It's been beautiful out there today. Hope you all stayed in and didn't break the lockdown laws at the moment. And you've got us three tonight. You've got Claude, the main man himself. How you doing, Claude?
All right, mate. Not too bad. How many more weeks to go, eh? We're now in the 8th week, aren't we? And this lockdown.
8th week now, mate. 8th week. Nearly. Well, if everyone stays in still, hopefully we're nearly there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll show you something in a minute, and that'll stuck you. Go on, carry on. Right.
And we've also got me fellow Bansta Diesel. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well.
Yeah, all good, Sil. Do you know, I was just looking at us three, thinking, when was the last time it was just us three who did a podcast? I can't remember. It's been that long. But yeah, all good, mate. All good. Like I said to you offline, I've spent all day watching Gangs of London, and I tell you, anyone who hasn't watched that needs to watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. Jake, my guy, big up. I hope you're well, mate. No, why would I leave? unless Claude sent me a memo, I didn't get it. Camera, yeah. No, I'm here to stay, mate. As long as they want me, I'm here. Go on. Claude's been naughty.
Can I start, Terry, with this bit of news today, mate?
Of course you can, mate. Off you go.
Let me have a look here, mate. I'm just going to get it up a minute.
Big up to our regulars in the chat and all. Omar, Alex, Melina. Who else we got? The King, Archie.
Yeah,
Samuel Pinsey.
Here we go. This is the latest one here. Corona's police fury as hundreds of people have pizzas and beer and wine in a park not far down the road from me, about a couple of miles down the road in London Fields. There you see the scene. Here we are. This is what you call lockdown, is it? Look at this. This is, I think, yesterday afternoon. There we go. There you see the park. I don't know what you think, boys, on this. And it says, yeah, the police are absolutely fuming. No one is taking any notice. Look at that. Look at all that lot there. Sunbathing on there. What's your thoughts here, boys, on this?
Do you know what? Would have been lovely for them to do is to all have a test as they was coming out to see how many of them have actually got it, because then that would have shocked them all, I think, because obviously there would have been people there that would have been tested positive that don't know they've got it yet. So, you know, I think it's absolutely disgusting myself. You know, you've got nurses and doctors that are working round the clock and still not going home to see their own family and children to help people that are still dying every single day. And yet you've got people that go and do this. It's a disgrace in my eyes. Don't know about you, Diesel.
Yeah, listen, this is controversial, but, you know, you got to tell it how it is. And all those people you see there in that picture, right, are the same people who clap every Thursday clapping for the NHS, and that is the reason why I call these people. They're nothing but two-faced bastards, right? And I don't care. You know, I'm going to say it. That is literally how it is, right? They're two-faced, right? Although I will say this, right? As stupid as these people are, right? We've also got a very, very weak government, in my opinion, right? Very weak, because the lines are so blurred, right? What they should have done was come out and said, we are on lockdown. What that means is anyone caught leaving their home, anyone caught in a park, anyone, instant fine, possible imprisonment, right? He should have really gone to town on the lockdown. But it's all skewed, right? Because I'm sitting here now, I can't tell you, well, it's a bit wishy-washy, right? For me, in the last 2 weeks, there's not been a lockdown, in my opinion. There hasn't been. Right, I'm seeing traffic on the road. I'm seeing, you know, parks. As soon as the weather comes out, mate, everyone's out. No one cares. And like I say about these people being two-faced as well, right? Until it happens to one of their own, until one of their own gets it, right? Then they're going to treat it as a joke. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and also when you're looking at it, like yesterday, there was apparently there were street parties to commemorate the 75-year VE Day yesterday, and there were street parties going on. Why has that been allowed to happen? I mean, what are we doing here? Is it time to bring the tanks in? Is it really time to bring the tanks in? I mean, shoot on sight policy. I don't know what's going. I wonder what. I mean, I'm sick and tired of it. They're putting people's lives at risk here.
Yeah,
idiots, absolute idiots. I mean, I can't believe what I'm watching anymore. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it.
Hello, Stan. Big up, Stan from Vancouver. Stan's in the ass. Hope you're well, mate. To be honest, it doesn't surprise me when you see that picture why we have got the highest death rate in Europe.
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me.
But you know what? Sorry, I was just going to say, right? If you think that's bad, right now, from what we all know or what we all think is going to happen tomorrow, Boris is likely to come out and say, look, we're going to ease the lockdown, right? So, people can go out all day and exercise and stuff like that, right? If we think that's bad, wait until Monday onwards, right? Because if Boris does come out and say that the lockdown is going to be eased, there's certain things that we can do now. People are just going to, they're taking a piss anyway. If you think that's bad, what we just see in that picture, it's going to get a whole lot worse. And there will be a spike, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're totally right, mate. As far as I can, listen, at the end of the day, when you look at that picture, when they do sort of ease the lockdown tomorrow, just a little bit, because it won't be a lot, it'll be a little bit. You watch next weekend, if it's another hot weekend, there'll be more and more people out. From tomorrow, when they start announcing that, you know what I mean, they're going to ease the lockdown, week on week, it's going to start getting back to normal as quick as clicking your fingers. I think people are just going to disrespect it all the time.
Someone was asking me, how do we make? Melina was asking, how do we make her a moderator? But
Melina's already a moderator. Jake is asking. What we're going to do is we're going to. Everyone needs to go and sign up to Hot Mic. If you sign up to Hot Mic,
no, we weren't talking about Hot Mic moderator on this channel.
Yeah,
I think we've got enough moderators, haven't we? I think if we do need any more, then obviously we'll.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, Melina's doing such a great job. I mean, she's putting the rest of you guys out of work, isn't she? Let's be honest. Hey? Thank you, Melina.
We're not live on Hot Mic tonight, but we need this is going to be one of our new platforms that we're going live on. So what we need everyone to do is to help us out so that we can make this channel grow even stronger and bigger, is to go and download it from Apple Store or Google Store, download Hot Mic, and then use our code CBS301. That will then help us out. So then what you need to do once we do shows on Hot Mic is, if you can please share them and like them as much as possible, the same as on YouTube, you will be helping us out in a big way. And they've got some really funky what do you call it? Functions on there. So when we will be doing a watch along once football is back, you'll be able to we'll be able to go live and do a watch along for Arsenal. You'll be able to hit the button on the actual app, and you'll be able to disconnect BT's boring commentators like Michael Owen and Steve McManaman and Alan Shearer and all them rubbish commentators that you don't like, and you'll be able to hear Diesel's laugh when we score a goal. Claude moaning, saying it's time to go when we're losing, and then you'd have my boring voice on there. You can hear our voices instead of theirs. So please, whatever you do to help us out, go and download Hot Mic, please. Thank you very much. What else we got?
Well said, mate.
Okay, we're moving. I want to move on to something else now, boys. I want to know what your thoughts on this and as well. I'll just get it up a minute. Where is it? And it's this report here. And it's the report that if you can see it there, William is Apparently, Willian is seriously considering the prospect of joining Arsenal, according to a report, as he's looking set to leave on a free deal. And apparently, already they're already in talks about a 3-year deal. So there's already negotiations going on with the two club, not with the club, with the player and Arsenal Football Club. So I wonder what your thoughts are on this. I'm not. For me, it's not for me. I don't think we need him. He's a good player, but he's coming to the end. To me, and if he was that great, he wouldn't be. His contract wouldn't be running down like this. I think he's a bit inconsistent as well. I don't think we need him, and I think we need other areas rather to be strengthened. So I wonder what you boys think of it. Diesel, what do you think of this?
Right, my thoughts on Willian are this, right? I think he's a good player. I've always liked him. If this was a year or two earlier, I'd say all day long, do it. But I kind of agree with you, Claude. I'm more interested in two things. Like do we need Willian? Do we need him? Right, we might want him, but do we need him? No, right. I'm more interested to see who leaves this club, right? Clearing the decks. I want all the deadwood gone, right? But also, we need to build, right? And, I'm going to say something that obviously, as you all know, I'm a George Graham man. We start building from the back, right? It's, for years, we've needed a defence, a solid defence, right? But we ignore that. And every summer, right, we try and buy an attacking player or a striker or a winger. Right, let's do it properly. Let's start from the back. Let's build a foundation from the back. What I want is a spine. Right, we haven't had a spine to this team for years. Right, Willian's a good player. He's coming to the end. Yes, he's a free, and I think the wages will be 120 grand a week. If there's no fee involved, then you look at it and think for a year or two that's decent business, and maybe it is. But we don't need him. Right, build from the back and build a spine. Right, and let's go forward that way, because all we hear about every year is a project. I'm sick and tired of hearing that word project. Right, let's start building and let's start doing it properly. And what that means is building from the back. If we don't win games, we can't lose them. Right, but that's just my view on it. But he is a good player. If he was that good, Chelsea would be keeping him for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you, Terry, super Terry.
Yeah, just before I answer that, Chadwick Moffat's put, let's get a fire hose and spray all them prats off the park. I'd help you,
Great idea. Yeah, great idea.
Great idea, Chadwick. I'd agree with you there, mate.
If it's happening in my park tomorrow, I'll be out. I'll take the one out of this building and do it. Right. Yeah, that's very good. Good idea, mate.
Right. My views on Willian is just before I do, can everyone hold their questions until later on in the show, and then we'll start answering your questions. So Willian, yeah, for me, look, who remembers about 10 years ago, well, 10, 15 years ago, where did all these old cast-offs go? They used to go to West Ham. No disrespect to West Ham, but you know what I mean? Ian Wright used to go there. David Speedy went there. You know, all these ones that were coming to the end of their career used to go to West Ham. Is that what we are now? Is that the caliber of our team now? Is that we just wait until everyone gets to like 30 years old, they're right at the end of their peak of their career, and now they're going to start coming to Arsenal? Is that what we do? Sheringham, you know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me, Claude and Diesel.
Yeah, it does. It smacks of cheap. It's free. Let's be honest, right? Terry, Claude, and all you guys in the chat, right? Now we're all Arsenal fans here, or the vast majority of us, yeah. If there was a fee involved with Willian, do you honestly think we'd be looking at him? No, exactly. It's because he's free. It's as simple as that. You know.
See, I might have given it a pass if it was a holding midfielder of quality. You know what I mean? But we don't even need him. You know, we don't even need that type of player, and we need to be strengthening other areas. And I just don't understand it, because we've got so many wide players. I mean, it's unbelievable. Or what do we need another one to come in? I don't know. I don't think it's not for me, mate. Not for me. No. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, yeah, as Samuel says here, we are retirement at home FC. That's what we've become. We love free signings and loan signings. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I agree with you.
Look over the last couple of years, Claude. Liechtenstein, David Luiz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, Lynn William. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I know that we've got a situation where there ain't going to be much money available. But at least if we're going to get free transfers, get them in the right positions. Do you understand? Johnny Evans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people in the comments are saying it as well. You know, it's not good enough.
No.
Exactly. Why can't we be the club that takes someone's main players instead of the cast-offs?
Exactly.
I'll tell you why. Because we're at the moment we're building we're not in a position to be able to attract players from the higher. That's why. That's the problem. Because of the mess that Emery's left, and of course the man before as well, didn't they? And they've left such a big mess. That's we're in this position. You know, yeah, so that's that one out of the way. Let's get this thing out of the way now. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I think. I don't think we need the guy, and I don't think we need him. So, but it's open to appeal. What do you like in the book in the comments thing? Are you all in favour of this move? You might disagree with me and Terry and Diesel here. What do you think in the comments? You think we should be going after him? I mean, here's another one. If there's one thing I want open, is takeaways. Yeah, the takeaways are open. You can get food delivered. I got a bit lazy. Like yesterday, I had breakfast delivered here yesterday, but not from McDonald's, not from my favourite McDonald's yet.
That's next week.
What did you have, Claude? What did you have? Fry up? No,
just was it an egg burger and chips from a restaurant? But by the time I got here, it weren't warm enough, really, to be honest with you.
We got a request. Claude, could you please sing "God Save the Queen"? Melina wants to hear it from you. Be a good British man.
God save the Queen. I don't even know the words. So sorry. I don't know the words. Do you know the words? Anyone know the words?
Well, you just got to put your hand on your chest, haven't you, and sing what it is.
I don't know the words. I think it's one of the. I mean, I love this. I love the country and everything, but I think it's one of the worst national anthems in Europe.
Yeah, I don't agree with you there, to be honest.
I mean, it's so plain. It's oh my god!
Do you know what, Claude? I reckon, right, the people would settle if you you did it on the stream once where you said above a blood clot yang. Yeah, if you did that would make Melina's
above a blood clot yang.
Claude. That was for you, Melina, because I know Melina loves it. Melina's been asking times.
What's that? Again?
Gang business.
Gang business.
Big up troops, man. Big up troops.
Big up the troops and the hood. Where they big them all up, man.
Yes, Claude. Yes, Claude. We got that. Laugh out loud. I can't look, Melina. I can't look. Laugh out loud.
See, Melina, the things we do for you, eh?
She's changed her name. She's put Miss Melina today. Miss Melina. Yeah.
Have you got something else ready or not, Claude?
No. Have you got anything to show? That I haven't seen anything. Have you got anything else?
What I want to quickly go over and talk about is this Project Restart. Apparently, you know, are the government going to do it? So I want to ask you a couple of questions, and everyone in the chat. So let us know.
Announcement tomorrow, isn't there? Some sort of announcement tomorrow.
Some sort of announcement by Boris tomorrow, apparently. So will Boris Johnson announce being clarity to football? Do you reckon he will announce anything tomorrow, Claude and Diesel?
I think something there is talk about back behind closed door in mid January. Four neutral grounds have been picked up, so where these games will be played. But the only thing I don't understand is that I don't know how they're going to fit. How they're going to do that in the time scale. If only 4 grounds can be used to get all the games in, I don't know how it's going to be done. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see how they do. What's it say on there?
It says this is another one. Can the Premier League confirm a date for games to resume? And the government, Sky Sports News are saying no, not yet. June the 8th and the 12th was discussed by clubs a few weeks ago, but they are only discussing the next phase of Project Restart, which is a safe return to training in groups. Now, I don't know if anyone see about the Dutch league.
You mean the German one? The German one is starting.
The Dutch league. They said that they will not be having any fans back until there is a cure for it.
Good luck with that one.
So I don't know how long the Dutch are going to carry on without having any fans going. Where's the other one I want to show? Are some doctors still unhappy? Football has to be patient. Dr. Michael de Hugen, chairman of the FIFA medical committee, has said his professional opinion is that the game should not resume until September. What do you think about that?
Well, he's got a point. If the virus is still about, and I'm not being funny, and there is no vaccine about, I don't think we should even return until there's a vaccine. To be honest with you, until they find a vaccine, I don't think you can return, can you? And how long's that going to take?
Well, exactly. What's your thoughts on it, Diesel?
My thoughts are there's 600 people still dying, I think, daily. And to think that we're even talking about football making a comeback when we've still got high death rates like that. Yes, it's dropped, but it's still a lot of people. You know, and I think from what, you know, just seeing that picture earlier on, you know, I just think the way this country's going, see what sickens me, right? And I know it's you know, keeping it real and it's the world we're in. It just comes, it's money. It's all it is, right? Take away everything. It's money. It's all about money, right? And, you know, and that's the only reason, right? You know, it's the Premier League is the richest league in the world. What I think they're going to do, I think they're going to they're just going to sit by and watch how the German league, how that unfolds. And I think a lot of their decisions will be based on what they see over there. If it works over there for them, they're going to assume, well, you know, if it's good for them, that's going to work for us. But I personally, mate, I just think it's a bit, you know, with all these deaths still going on, I personally think there will be a second spike. They're talking about behind closed doors. You're still going to need medical people there. You know, if a player gets injured, you're going to need doctors there, nurses. You're going to need, you know what I'm saying? You're taking these key workers away from the hospitals and from, you know, from what they're doing day to day.
Sorry.
No, I was just like, you know, there was talk about footballers getting tested twice a week or something, and you know, what gives footballers the privilege of having a test twice a week? I think it's disgusting, personally. I do. You know, it's just my view on it. I think it's wrong.
Also, what I'm looking at, and also before you, is what I'm looking at. Have footballers got the right to be tested before anyone else?
No.
This is another thing that's going to be kicked up as well. Because someone will say, well, hold on a minute. Are they essential services? And are they really allowed to jump the queue here? Because I'm not being funny. That's there's a lot of that's going to come out where people say, well, what's going on here? Why have they got preferential treatment over surely more essential services than them? And this is another thing that's going to be kicked up. So I don't know how it's going to be worked out, because at the moment, what's the situation as far as getting people tested? How many people are allowed to get tested at the moment?
Yeah, Can I just say we've got Terry Mancini in the ass. I haven't heard from you for ages, Terry. What a funny man this man is, I tell you. He's such a funny man, everyone. Everyone go and give him a follow on Twitter because honestly, he has you in stitches. He's put, we don't have to restart. Government think booze, packet of Wotsits and minus sex whilst watching Only Fools and Horses ain't enough. I say they can go do one. Also, let me know how the pimp industry is. Is it still up and running all right? Let me know.
What's that? What's that? What industry?
The pimp industry. He likes a bit of bondage, old Terry. So I just wondering if it's still he likes the old gimp marks, doesn't it?
Oh right. I don't think I've met the guy, have I? I've never met the guy.
I don't know.
No.
Listen,
it's not the actual Terry Mancini himself, is it?
Yeah, no. Also, I didn't know, Claude and Diesel. Can the FA block the Premier League plans? Apparently, they can. The FA can block the Premier League plan, but there are no indication they would ever do so. Did you know that?
Yeah, but they're all in it together when it comes to this. They're all in agreement.
And also, guys, you got. You got
super chat. Yeah, sorry, Diesel.
That's all right.
Evening, lads. What are you looking forward to most when football comes back? That's from Deloney Graham.
We have a new one. Cool. Hello, Deloney. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, and Duke Deloney. Yeah, hope you're good, mate.
Well, I'd be like, never mind football. I'd be like happy to when we get back and we aim to go down the pubs again. So maybe that'd be nice if we all could have a drink again. But I'm missing that, I tell you. Anyway, you had something about Grealish there. Was that about Grealish coming up on that?
We're going to go on today. We're going to quickly go on before we do some questions from everyone else. We're going to, everyone in the comments, please join in with us. We're going to do some transfers. Arsenal transfers. So here we go. This is the latest Arsenal transfer news. How'd you say his name? Icardi, is it?
Icardi?
Icardi, yeah.
Arsenal have been offered the striker in a swap deal with Aubameyang. What do you think about that, boys?
Not if his wife is coming with him, no. It'd be too much disruption if she comes. Apparently, she's a right pain in the neck. So
that's stuck. Let me.
She causes a lot of problems. So no, I think that one. I think I'll give that one a miss. And I don't think he's. It's a good footballer. He's good. He won't give us the goals that Aubameyang gives us. That's for sure. But he is a good. He will. Be more of an assist and goal scorer, more of an assist, but not as many goals as Aubameyang. But I don't think not in the same class, really.
Diesel?
Yeah, I'm a little bit different because I actually really rate him. I would, if it was a swap deal with Aubameyang, would I do it? The answer is yes, I would. But touching on what Claude just said about his wife, right now, any man and his agent who go on with all the nonsense that they do. Bear in mind, you're dealing with ultras here, right? Yeah, and they still doing what they're doing, and then yeah, for me, if he can do that over there with the ultras, he'll have a field day over here with us, especially with our fan base, right? As weak as our fan base can be. So on that token, I think the off the field it'd be too much of a risk for me, mate. So if it was purely down to footballing ability on the pitch all day long, if it was a swap deal, yes, all day long. But I just worry about what's off the pitch. So yeah, I don't know. Probably no, probably not.
For me, I'd keep Aubameyang all day long. Like I've said many on many occasions, it's going to be very, very hard for us to go out and get a player of his capability to hit the ground running and get us the goals that we need and as many goals that we need to keep us up there. So for me, I'd keep him all day long. Another great player that has been linked to us, and I know you know a lot about him, Claude and Diesel. George Lewis. George Lewis.
He's class.
Arsenal are closing in on the signature of the teenager on a free transfer. Here we go, another free transfer of the Norwegian winner, 2-week trial with the Gunners. Arsenal in talks.
Next.
Norwegian winner, George.
Next. Next. Next.
You know a lot about him.
I want to have Reg Lewis.
And here's another one. Here's another one.
Who was it? Stephen Lewis, the one from on the bus.
Oh, you're on about Blakey. Smoke my boot, Ash.
Another one that you two know a lot about, and you've been talking to him to me all day about him, and that's Angelo Stiller. Arsenal have expressed their interest to Bayern Munich about youngster Stiller after impressing for their academy. What about him, boys? Give us your thoughts on him.
See, there's all gambles, isn't it? I mean, there's big gambles. So just, you don't know how they can work out these. If it's a free, if it's a free, take him on as a squad player. But no, I won't pay a lot of money for him. That's for sure.
Do you know what? Sorry, go on.
No, go on, carry on. Sorry, mate. I was just going to do.
Yeah, these are kids, aren't they? These are like 18, 19. So I'm assuming, you know, am I the only one who thinks, right, that if you're if I was a player, if I was 17, 18, and I was in the under 23s, and all I'm reading are reports of Arsenal are looking at this George Lewis, who's 18, or this Stiller, who's 19, and I'm a player in the under 23s, I'd be looking at that thinking, hang on a minute, do you not, like, the club can't rate us, he can't rate me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at a player who's playing in the exact same position that I am. Do you know what I mean? And it just, you know, I look at it and I just think to myself, is that Arsenal's way of saying that our youth is just like non-existent? Surely we must have some decent players down here. And also, why are we not looking? We've got some absolute gems and some top players, good players, in our own league. So why we keep looking abroad all the time?
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Look closer to home.
Totally agree with you. I'm fed up. I'm fed up.
I'm going to have a word with Mr. Vlogs. Why, if you want to go and stir trouble up on another channel, leave my name out of it. Yeah, leave my name out of it. If you want to come on here, I don't mind, but do not stir any more trouble with another channel. That's all I'm going to leave it. Anyway, while you're in the chat, carry on. Carry on, boys.
I was just going to say, I've said it on a number of occasions, Diesel, again. Why do we not look for players, like you just said, that are in the Premier League already, that will hit the ground running straight away because they've got pedigree? You know, you've got your Jack Grealish, you've got your Madisons. You know what I mean? If them two would improve our team immensely already, if you just got them two in straight away. You wouldn't have to wait 6 to 8 months, maybe a season like Pepe's done, and other players would do from abroad. Do you know what I mean? These players can get us straight up there, straight away. They're proven. They're proven players.
Do you know what, mate? I would go one further, right, and say, do you know what? There are players in the Championship, who I would seriously look at, right? Now, some people are going to read it and think, oh, it's Championship, come on. No, listen, we need young, hungry players. Hungry, right? Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and who's to say, right? I mean, look at Madison. If you look at Madison, I would take Madison today in a heartbeat. I don't rate Jack Grealish. That's just my opinion, right? I know I am a minority there. I don't rate the bloke. But Madison was bought from Norwich. Was it? I believe was it Norwich?
I prefer Madison as well.
I take Madison all day long. But look at where he's come from. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, there are some players down there, right, who literally, right, would. You know, they would run through brick walls for a club like Arsenal, right? You know, young and hungry players. And I said this to Craig, you know, part of Anfield Agenda. Big up to Anfield Agenda, by the way. When I said, you know, Liverpool bought Henderson from Sunderland, right? Robertson from Hull. If that was Arsenal, there'd be a meltdown. Meltdown. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not about fees anymore and about big transfer fees. Let's look at it's about shrewd and savvy recruitment. And let's be honest, I look at Leicester, right? They do that. If they buy a player, a holding midfielder, right, as a replacement for a Kante or an Ndidi, right? I guarantee, right, 9 times out of 10, we've never heard of him. But you trust Leicester, right, to turn him into a proper player.
Yeah.
Because they find gems, we don't. It's as simple as that.
Big up to Mr. Arsenal podcast there, who's in the chat as well. Well, thanks for joining us. Lovely guy. Was in the quiz the other night. We both had disappointing evenings, but we know we will bounce back, won't we? Me and Ryan there. So big up to Ryan for joining us in the chat. And he had a good point about. He said that. What's the name? Kyle Walker broke lockdown rules, and he said he actually blamed mental health for it. I don't know about if you heard about that. I don't.
Yeah.
So as an excuse to try and get away with it. So
terrible.
Well, we see. Yeah, that makes the whole system go backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When people use that as an excuse, people. The system goes backwards. But anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Big up Alex Wilden in the chat. Hope you're well, Alex. Big up Melina, all our regulars. Any more things coming through? Sorry.
We got Upper Meccano here, who's been linked with us again. I think we know our thoughts on him. We would all love to see him at Arsenal, wouldn't we, boys?
We've got no chance of getting him, have we? I mean, we're talking about how can we justify giving a pay cut to players and then suddenly spending £70 million on a footballer? It's not going to happen, is it? You can't.
Yeah.
You're asking players to take a pay cut and then the next minute you're throwing 75 million on a player. It ain't going to happen, is it? I don't think that will happen, no. But I'd love it to happen, but now that's come public that we've asked players to take a pay cut. It don't look as if that sort of deal will happen. Otherwise, we look really foolish, wouldn't we?
Exactly. Also, Thomas Partey, who we've been linked to since the.
Well, that's a great possibility because you could use that as a swap for Lacazette, because Lacazette is very well has lost a bit of confidence at Arsenal and probably wants a new challenge. And Partey would suit us because he would give us that option as a defensive midfielder, that what we've been lacking. So that would be a great swap.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to forget about the transfers and that, and we're going to throw it over to you in the chat. So anyone that wants to ask us a question, we're here to answer them. So fire away, anyone that wants to ask us a question.
Yeah, far away. I mean, we're here for. I think there was a few there. Let's have a look. There's a few in there.
Thoughts on Kuzawi to Arsenal? I've not heard of him. Have you, Diesel?
Yeah, he's a left back at PSG. Surprisingly, guess what, lads? He's free.
Well,
Stop it. I know you're shocked now. I know you're shocked. Stop it.
Who's that? Who are we talking about? Kazawa? What do you call him?
Kazawa, Lavin Kazawa, yeah.
Yeah. He's one of them that has played about 10 games for PSG, which might tell you a lot, actually. That is maybe not for us. In fact, I think.
How do we get Kroenke out of our club and compete at the top again?
As I said, we can get Kroenke out. We're getting someone else in there, probably do the same as what he's doing. So because of the FFP rules. So
evening, we've got Zane in the house. How you doing, Zane? Hope you're well, mate. He's put Claude isn't the wig wearing prick married to one of the richest families. So why is Arsenal in trouble?
Because he doesn't want to spend his money on Arsenal. He'd rather spend it on his own projects in America. And the problem is Arsenal got to take the blame for that because they sold him the shares. But no sympathy there. Sorry. Jake, if lockdown is lifted, will the Claude and Ty show come back? I don't know. I've not heard from Ty for about 4 weeks. I've been trying to get him on the phone. I don't know. I've not even heard from him. So God knows where he's got to. But anyway.
Diesel, why don't they play Louise as a defensive midfielder just in front of the back four?
Interesting one. Yeah. No, because I don't know if that would work, to be honest with you. I think otherwise it would have been tried by now, but I don't think it will work now.
Diesel, your thoughts on that?
What's that on Louise? Oh, and
Yeah.
Saka.
No, Louise.
Which one? Sorry, mate. My Wi-Fi's kicking up.
On the Weeds, quickly.
I thought you said your wife. That must have been a quick wedding.
That's what I thought you said. I was going to say no comment, Tel.
David Louise in defensive midfield.
No.
Exactly.
Listen, I want. Oh, do you know what it is, right? It's all this square pegs. We've got too many square pegs in round holes, right? You know, why can't we just get a proper holding midfielder?
Yeah,
rather than a centre half who can play it now and again. No, that's not good enough, right? No other big club is doing that. If they need a proper player, they go and get a proper player. We're a big club, so why can't we go and get a proper player? You know, so no, all or nothing for me.
I totally agree with Diesel. Aran has put Saka being linked to Liverpool. Do you think he'll go? I hope not, mate.
Well, I don't know how long has he got on his contract. Is his contract run out this summer?
I think it's either this summer or next summer.
If it's this summer, we've got problems, mate. If he doesn't sign, don't want him going on a free. Will he go to Liverpool? Liverpool would be tempting for him, but the trouble with him, or with going to Liverpool, whether he'll get the games, because it's not going to be easy to get in that team straight away. That's for sure. So I don't think that will happen. No.
Diesel.
Do you know what? If there's a little part of me, I can't help it. There's a little part of me that thinks, do you know what? If I was him, I probably would, because I don't know. Do you know what? If we're struggling to hold on to a player like him, yeah, he's a good player, right? But let's have it right, you know, because there's a lot of Arsenal fans who are going mad over Saka. He's had a good season. Don't get me wrong, right? For me, I've seen loads of players, bigger and better players than him, have a great season and then they suffer in the second season, which is why we call it the second season syndrome. Yeah, right. That's a saying, right? Because, you know, let's see what he does next season, right? Albeit he's played out of position and he's played really well for us, and I do like him. But the fact that his age, was he 18, 19, and he hasn't signed a contract, man, you know, is he the next player who's going to try and hold us to ransom? You know, because I think he's got a year left. So from a certain time, he can start talking to other clubs. Either Arsenal haven't acted on it quickly enough, or they've put something in front of him and he's decided not to sign it. Maybe he's holding that for more money. You know, it's hard to speculate because we don't know. What I do know is, you know, at Arsenal, he's guaranteed a game. He's guaranteed to play. But when you're looking over there at Liverpool and seeing what they're doing, seeing the players they've got and seeing the manager they have, and they're winning trophies, for any player of his age is going to look at that thinking, do you know what? Even if I play a handful of games or I play less games, the attraction of going over there and playing for a club like that, you know, it's hard. It is hard, you know, but I don't know. I think he will sign, if I'm honest. I think he will. I think it's probably just a money game. He's in a strong position where he can basically play the club off a little bit. So, but I do think he will sign in the end.
Does Callum Chambers or Rob Holding have a future at Arsenal?
Chambers is what I don't think you can mention it because he's going to be out for the most of next season anyway. So it won't be going anywhere one way or the other. Holding, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that one. I'm not sure really. I think maybe give him another chance, but I'm not sure. I'd still keep him. Yeah, I'll keep him as a squad player. I think I'd just keep him as a squad player.
Okay. Super chat even saying, Diesel, we should get Partey and Koulibaly.
Well, apparently Koulibaly's been linked with Spurs, apparently, I heard today. So I don't know where they're getting the money for that, but he's been linked to Spurs. So, Claude, I'm sick of hearing, this is another one from Zane, I'm sick of hearing about how Pogba is world class. He's been rubbish for 3 years. Why do United fans like him? Cazorla and Fabregas were better players. Better players, I don't know. More committed players, I'd say yes. Oh, what's happened to Diesel? Has he disappeared?
I think his internet's playing up. He's probably come back in.
There he is. He's back again. As troops will say, back again.
Can you hear us, Diesel? Can you hear us?
What was he saying there? What was the question again? About Pogba, weren't it? I mean,
yeah.
Talk about Man United. Did you see something someone put up today that the geezer's only played for, don't get me wrong, 3 or 4 games at the Fernandes, is it, or the new signing?
Yeah, Bruno, yeah.
And he's been put in the team of the season.
What?
Is someone having a laugh here? I saw it on someone's tweet. Someone tweeted today, I think it was DT. I might get it up here. I'll have a look here. I'll check this out. It's one of DT's.
Right. How can he get in the team of the year so far?
I'm telling you, this is what I was said there. Here we go. I'm sure I see it. I'm sure I see it today. I think it was DT. I'm sure it was DT that said it.
Apparently, the Mr. Arsenal podcast said it was on the BBC's team of the season.
Yeah, there we go. DT actually said it as well. BBC team of the season. A guy that's he's only been in there. He's gone again. Wait, is it someone? What's happening here? Can you hear us? Oh no,
yeah.
Don't worry. No, I think Diesel's having a problem with his Wi-Fi. 3 or 4. He's only played 3 or 4 games.
I think that's
the team of the season. What's going on here?
That's absolutely ridiculous. If he's been put in that team by the BBC, they obviously don't know what they're talking about.
I wonder if Terry Fleurs must be on the panel. I think it must be on the panel. It must be Terry Fleurs on the panel. I mean,
can you hear us, Diesel?
Can you hear us, Diesel?
Diesel, can you hear us?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yaz's put, did you guys watch the 89 movie?
I didn't see it. Where was that on? When was that on?
That was on Sky last night. Tonight, I think. It's on Sky again tonight. Zane's put, Claude, if they remake Beverly Hills Cop, you and Ty could be the main part.
More like Keystone Cop. More like Keystone Cop.
We're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Police Academy. You ever watched that Police Academy?
Yeah, Police Academy. Yeah, that was good at all. Hightower, wasn't it? Hightower and
It's Academy.
Yeah.
And Jones.
Yeah.
Mahoney.
Mahoney, don't it?
Captain Harris.
You can't beat them films. They was fantastic, man.
Oh, quality, mate.
And the 79 game was on yesterday, the FA or today, I think, the FA Cup final.
Oh, I missed that. What was that on ITV?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, I think it was.
Still on ITV Hub?
Yeah. You'd be able to get on there. You should be able to.
Oh, I'm going to have a look at that later. I thought it was on tomorrow. I've missed it.
The thing is, Man United transfers have been so bad, like ours recently, that as soon as they actually make a good one, like Bruno, they go over the top. It's smacks of desperation.
Terry Fleurs must be on the panel. That's all I can say.
Nick Lads put, right, mates, do you think Champions League and Europa League going to be finished? They finished it.
Another problem, because where's people going to fly over? They can't fly anywhere unless they do it a tournament in one Pacific country. I can't see that going ahead either.
No, I can't see that doing.
I don't know how this is all going to be solved. Really, I mean, it's a. Oh, what's this one? Are you guys free? Do you know to come on my channel and say, I know what your quiz is all about. I was not last time with the 3 assists in the cup final. I don't trust your quizzes. I'll try and make it, mate. I'll try and. I don't know. The other boys might be available.
It depends what that is. Yeah, it depends what that is. Let us know.
Yeah.
Samuel's put, how many years away do you guys think Arsenal are from challenging from the league or even Europe? I think that question itself, Samuel, is down to basically transfers, isn't it? And if they're going to back Arteta, if we back Arteta and he can go out and get the players he actually wants, then I would say a year to 2 years.
It's not just about Arteta; it's the people that are recruiting as well. It's going to have to. It's all got to function together, really, because if the players are not the right players are not coming in, you know, it's not going to happen. I don't trust this guy now. He uses certain agents to get players. Is he using the same agent all the time, and is he getting the right players in?
Yeah,
this is the problem. Are we getting the right players?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, Claude, I totally agree with you. Because do you know what? I can't imagine Willian being an Arteta signing. No. I don't think Arteta is looking at Willian thinking he's the one I want. I like to know who his agent is, who's Willian's agent, and then it might, if it's the same guy that normally uses, if it's the same guy that what do you call it, Raul uses a lot, then there's your answer.
Robin's asked. Right, so what I've said this at the beginning of the program. I'll say it again now.
There's no money involved. There's no money. It's completely free. Yeah.
It's completely free sign up. It's free sign up. We're going to use a different platform, the same as YouTube, as well as YouTube at the same time. But Mike, if you can go and download their app from Apple Store or Google Store, download it and then use our sign up password of CBS 301. That helps us build our channel, and if you can like and share, and they've got some good stuff on their apps. So when we do a watch along for Arsenal, you'll be able to hit a button and turn off the boring old commentary from Michael Owen, Steve McManaman, and you'll be able to hear our voices instead. So they've got some good gimmicks on there. So please, everyone, go and sign up to What Mike. We're not live on there tonight. We will be on Monday. We're just trying to grow it first before we start going properly with YouTube and Hot Mic together. So if everyone could go over and sign up to it, you can do super chats on there too. It's called donations, and it's just a good way of helping us help grow our channel. If you don't mind doing that, please, people, that would be much appreciated. We've got another super chat here from Zane. Claude, the garden centres are opening up. Could you and Ty do the show at the garden centre? Just going on that, Zane, it makes me laugh, right? Let's be honest. It makes me laugh because who actually goes to the garden centres? Old people.
Not only that, exactly, and it's crowded. So it gets crowded as well.
Yeah, but old people are supposed to be staying in.
Not just old people.
If you know what I mean. Yeah, I know, but you know, the majority of people that go to garden centres.
You know what? I used to go into the, but not to do any guy. They used to have some nice cafes there. Some certain guy used to have nice breakfast cafes in there. I just went in for that. I forget all the plans.
They do have nice breakfast cafes, I tell you.
But that's why I went. One in not far out in Enfield. I can't remember. It's right at the back of right at the back in Cruise Hill. Was it Cruise Hill around there, that area?
Yeah,
no, he's the only man I know who would walk into a garden centre purely for the grub. I love it. Legend.
No, I only went in there because my mate said we used to years ago. We used to walk around this park. Was it Trent Park? We used to walk around on a Sunday for exercise. Used to going back a few years. The guys died a few years ago, and we used to walk round, and then we used to go for breakfast after. It's the same park that Pat Rice and George Grant used to actually walk around as well. So we used to go around there, then we'll walk around, and then we used to go and have breakfast in the garden. There's a garden somewhere, garden centre. Had a nice cafe with breakfast. So there we go.
You're the only man I know that go in there and say, what green plant-based burgers have we got today?
Go on.
Alex Wilden said, question, Claude, Terry and Diesel, do you remember the old Umbro top home and away cotton kits with the proper crest on them? Love them. Sure do, mate. I'm my age now. Do I really want to talk about that? Zane said, can imagine Ty having a garden. He would have garden gnomes dressed in Arsenal.
100%. 100%.
all dressed up with scarves and hats and headphones and everything. Same.
You can imagine his house being like a shrine, literally an Arsenal shrine.
Oh dear.
I mean, fair play to him. Fair play. Do you know what I just want to say? Right, I just started touching back on that because it really wound me up. Right when I read it, the Kyle Walker thing, right? Basically blaming it on mental health. Yeah, something obviously that we've done a lot on this channel. I just look at it and you think, without being disrespectful, right, to a lot of football players, there's always been that myth of football players being thick as shit, right? And he's one of them players that don't help footballers. They don't help. He doesn't help. Him, Jack Grealish's and a few of the others, they're the ones who basically they don't help that stigma being released, if you like, right? Because this isn't the first time he's been caught, but the thing is as well, he can't put his hands up and say sorry because he done that before. Exactly. They can't keep saying that. So now what he's doing is he's gone on the defensive and basically saying, his family are being harassed and things like that. And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, but this is all down to you, Mr. Walker. It's all down to you. Thick as shit. This is why I'm so hard on these footballers of today, because not only are they rich prima donnas, right? They're in such a privileged position. Do you know what I'm saying? We know players. I mean, I look at, sad to say, Kenny Sansom, I think at one point he was homeless, Claude, and, not a lot of money. And players like that who Kyle Walker couldn't lace their boots. I'd love to have seen them sort of players playing today. Yeah. How much would they be worth?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just a piss take.
Is it actually in Diesel, or is it the bloody people that's behind Man City, the lawyers and that, telling him what to do now, though? Do you know what I mean? And what to say and how to get out of it?
Yeah, but then...
that's a nice offer, by the way, Alex. Thank you, but... no, it's a nice offer, but they're quite expensive, by the way, Alex. Them old tops, mate. You won't get... I don't think you can get them quite that easy.
I've got a question for you boys and people in the chat. Santi Cazorla's coming back as assistant manager or a coach. What do you think of that, boys?
Well, we don't know what his capability. We know what his capabilities as a footballer is. Whether he can turn into being a great coach is another thing. But it smacks of friendship, though, doesn't it? All this, rather than because he's very good friends with Arteta, isn't he? So it remains to be seen. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'll still take him back as a player. It'd still be better than what we've got.
Yeah.
Bloody right, Diesel. Go on, mate.
I was just about to say I would take him back tomorrow as a player, right? And he would piss all over every midfielder who we've got, even now. And that is a sad indictment about midfield.
Diesel.
Claude, I said this to you before. I'm going to say it again. I would take you over Mesut Ozil, and I am dead serious about that. Yeah,
Don't forget though. Sorry, don't forget about hurting Saka's feelings and the fans. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to hurt his feelings.
Why you got that Ozil poster up behind you there?
No, it's a dartboard. His face is the bullseye.
We don't want to hurt Saka's feelings now, do we? Do you know what I mean? We're not allowed to do that. So come on, we've got to be careful with how we're treading. We don't want to piss him off again. We don't want him to turn around to the fans and say, you know what I mean, what he did do.
I'm sure a man of on 90 grand a week is worried about what me and you are saying. Anyway. I'm sure he's worried about me and you. What are we saying?
Oh, look at this. Zane, $4.99. Well done, mate. He said, Miss Molina, the hottest mod on YouTube. Wow. Zane, I don't want to burst your bubble, mate, but you said that, only paying $4.99, mate.
And also, if you're going to say that, Zane, at least get the girl's name right. Come on. It's all banter. It's all banter. I love all this
banter on a Saturday night.
Do you know what? There's a question that someone put in here. I'm trying to find it, right? I think I know the answer to what you two boys are going to say. Obviously, I'd be different. My guys, Zidane.
Zidane.
Good question.
No contest, mate. No contest.
Exactly, Tel. I knew you would say Foden. Good man.
Good man. Well, what was the question? I didn't.
Foden or Ozil?
Foden.
Foden, yeah, from Man City, the young kid.
I'd still take Foden. Ozil's got the experience, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'll still go Ozil all day long.
The only time I pick Ozil is if it was like a fortnight tournament. I'd say, yeah, Ozil's got a lot more experience, so I'll definitely take Ozil. No, but all joking aside, I do like Foden. I think he's going to be a player. I think he's got to move, though. I think he's got to move.
Yeah, I do.
Because he won't realise his potential there. He's got to go and be a main man in someone else's midfield.
We'll have to do a watch along on this German football. Shall we do a watch along?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I'm really up for that. Yeah. Listen,
what channel is showing that, by the way?
Oh, well, everyone will be showing that. There's no other there's nothing out there, is there, Claude? Everyone will be showing it. Even Channel 5 will probably be showing it.
Yeah. It won't be hard to find. It won't even be a stream tell. It's going to be. I think they're going to show it's going to be normal TV, isn't it? Like terrestrial.
It will be, mate. It'll probably be every game because no one else is showing anything else anyway. So, and if that's what I mean, if everyone goes and signs up to Hot Mic, we'll be able to do one of them live games, and we'll be able to hear our commentary.
And you'll be able to say, "It's time to go." It's time to go. Will I be saying that?
Right. A lot of people are asking which team would be supporting in Germany. Which team you going for, Diesel?
Joe, I've always had a soft spot for Dortmund. I like the way they play. I just think they're a very well-run club. I've never been to the stadium. I've always wanted to go, and but when you watch it on telly and you see like the yellow wall, the atmosphere there, for me it's a thing of beauty, man. Because I'm into all that. I love the way they interact with the fans. I love the way that they appreciate the fans. Something that we don't really see a lot over here. And you know that means a lot to me personally as a fan to see that. So yeah, for me,
there won't be no fans though, will there? There's no fans.
There will be cold. There'll be cardboard cutouts.
That really didn't work, did it? Remember when we had the mural at Arsenal?
Oh God!
Jesus God!
Did you remember the moment you used to get when the ball used to hit him in the face? Zane's put, are you guys mad? Foden puts way more effort in and has played better than Ozil for a while now.
Come on, Zane. That's what I'm talking about. You can't argue with that, can you? Go on.
Just a word of advice, Zane. That's better. You know what I mean? When you want to talk to the guys, it's $4.99. But when you're trying to chat the girls up, mate, come on. You know what I mean?
No romance without finance.
You ain't getting a meal deal around Tesco's, mate. You know what I mean? Right, just quickly, everyone in the chat, let's see what our thoughts are. UFC's back tonight, everyone. UFC. So, is there anyone looking forward to the UFC fighting? A bit of sport back.
What time's that?
I think it starts about 1 o'clock, the undercard, and then about 3 o'clock the main card starts. And you got.
Are you covering it? Oh.
I don't know. I'm going to see what the consensus is in the chat. Anyone up for a bit of live watch along for the UFC?
Who's on the main cartel?
Ferguson. What a guy this geezer is. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen him, Diesel, just go and watch a few highlights of how he fights, mate. I'm telling you, he's so nimble. He's so athletic. He rolls about. He literally jumps up and gets out of arm bars and leg bars, and then he turns.
Heavy D, is he on there? Heavy D.
What's that?
Heavy D, is he on it as well? Heavy D.
I see him. In all fairness, I see him on the old bag the other day. You know what I mean? He might
be on it as well. You know, Heavy D. I heard he said he's going to make some sort of comeback in that sort of either boxing or UFC. He said. We'll see. We'll see. But if it's on, that we'll know. We'll know. We've got a fan there.
So she's spoken to.
Right, well, I've got to do it, ain't I? Do you know what I mean? If everyone is keen on it, I'd do a watch along tonight. Yes, Sammy Gooner said it and all.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
sorry, mate. Go on. Big up, Sammy.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, what time? 3 o'clock is the main one, eh?
Well, 3 o'clock is it's the start of the main card, so it'll be about 5 o'clock. Oh, we've got a shout out here from Alex Wilden.
What's he saying? You'll fight Heavy D for charity. Well, let me phone him up. Let me put a text to him.
All right, we've got Eddie Earn. Go on, Eddie. Get on the phone, son.
Let me phone him. Boom! Heavy D, you fancy a fight with Alex Wilden on the undercard?
Do you know what? I've got to say, right?
Yeah, but what do you mean? For charity,
It's all for charity, mate. All for charity.
He said he's a very busy man at the moment.
Zane's put, Claude, would you have liked to see Gaza and Klinsmann in an Arsenal shirt? Shame they both played for a pub team.
Klinsmann would have been a good player for Arsenal, but not. Gascoigne was great, but
come on, Sammy.
It would have caused a lot of problems, I think, in the dressing room. I don't know. But he was a top player, though.
Jay Hanson, Mike Tyson is up for being a punch up, having a punch up again. I tell you what, if anyone ain't seen it, get yourself on Twitter and go and look at Tyson Fury's dad. He's called him out. He's called Mike Tyson out.
Well, that'd be interesting.
That's something I would definitely watch.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'd absolutely love that. Absolutely love it.
That would actually be a really good fight.
Yeah.
This
is fantastic and all. Mr. Arsenal podcast, I totally agree. Has anyone watched Afterlife on Netflix? Absolutely fantastic.
That's what I was going to say to you, right? I watched that. I started it yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've heard a few things about it. I was literally hooked, right? I finished watching it this morning, right? As soon as I woke up, I watched the last episode. And do you know what? I've always been a massive fan of Ricky Gervais. I think he's class, right? Class. And I'm so glad he's one of our own, right? But that Afterlife, anyone in the chat watching this, right? If you want something to watch which has every emotion, I'm not ashamed to say it. Certain parts of that, I was in bits.
Yeah,
Honestly,
exactly.
I swear to God, I was in bits. Right, anyone who's not got a heart, there is impossible for you to watch that without having a little tear in your eye. But there's
Yeah.
also bits where I was creasing up. I was laughing.
Oh,
He gets every emotion, right? And I'll tell you what, I'm going to watch it again because I loved it.
do you know
Absolute
what?
class.
Do you know what?
Did you see him at the awards? That awards?
Yeah, the awards.
Yeah, brilliant.
Awards, yeah. Do you know what? To be honest, all his other stuff, I'm not a big fan of. Right, The Office, I'm not a big fan of.
Oh,
and
the Office is quality. Come on, tell.
Afterlife, honestly, like you said, it's got every emotion possible in it. Laughter, tears. You know what I mean? You know, being emotional. The swear words is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got swear words in there that you wouldn't see on any other show. Honestly, it is absolutely brilliant. Claude, what's your favourite mafia movie? Do you think Gazidis has had a all said in the bed yet in Milan?
That's a hard one. That is Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. I like Goodfellas. I really do like Goodfellas. Mafia films. Obviously, you got The Godfather themselves. They're great.
Yeah, the classics. I mean,
Casino, another great film.
oh, Casino.
Another great film, Casino.
Carlito's Way is
Yeah,
you know, class. But yeah, Casino. Anything with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. I mean, I'm not.
It's more not good. Not Once Upon a Time in America, is it?
Yeah, that's a good film and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's not really a mafia film, but you know,
it's gangster related though.
Yeah. I mean, this one I'm going to say, but I think it's one of the best out there, and that's Pulp Fiction for me. Pulp Fiction is absolutely fantastic. The cast it's got in it and all, it's got comedy, it's got, you know, I mean, I just think it's an absolute brilliant film, mate. Well done by Valentino.
Apparently, I was told that the Irishman is a good film. Is it The Irishman?
Yeah. I've seen bits of it. I haven't watched it.
Is that good? I've not seen that yet.
I've not seen it all. But it's, you know, it's no. I'm sorry, I have seen it all. It's basically just like a remake of like a casino or something like that. Really, to be honest, you know, when you watch it's got, you know, like bits in it like out of all the other films in my eyes. It's not original, if you know what I mean. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. But you know,
that's what I'm saying. You look at them now. I've seen like the clips for it, and as much as they're legends and they're, you know, class actors, they're old now, aren't they? You know what I mean? You know, I'm used to seeing them in the casinos where they were sort of, you know, you look at them and you think, oh, I'm not messing with him. You know, like Joe Pesci is what, 5'2", 5'3". He's doing you in a fight. Simple as that. But you look at them guys now in The Irishman, and it looks to me like are they trying to like recapture the old glory days? You know what I'm saying? But
I
don't know. But yeah, listen. I'm a TV junkie, man. I'm just Amazon Prime is the one for me at the moment.
Anyone, what I'm watching at the moment is called The Challenge. The Challenge, the program with Stephen Bear and all them people in. It's absolutely fantastic. It is. And what they have to do, like tasks, and they can all get together, they can all manipulate each other, all go behind each other's backs. It's on MTV at the moment, but you can get it on other foreign channels and get all of them. But Stephen Bear is fantastic, mate. He winds them up. True British person. He winds all the Americans up on that. It's brilliant. If you ain't seen it, go and give it a watch. It's fantastic. Sainsport, do you hear, while we wait to have people back in the stadium, Spurs are renting their stadium out to have outdoor movies on their pitch showing pool movies.
Whatever brings in dollar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think everyone's had their anyway, thanks for everyone for watching, and people in the chat as well. Great, some good questions tonight.
Rough.
Terry might be back. He might be back. There's a small possibility Terry might be back with the UFC tonight. He's not sure, but if he is, look out for that. And what have we got coming up, Terry?
On Monday, early hours, you got the late show with Dusk to Dawn with me and Stan. Maybe Glenn might be back. We don't know yet. We've reached out to him, and he might be back. So if not, it'd be me and Stan at 2 a.m. in the morning. And then on Monday night at 7 o'clock, we've got our review the Premier League show with me, Diesel, Claude, and then we've got Dom from West Ham. He'll be joining us. We've got Emma, who's a Watford supporter, and we've got Andy from Man City Fan TV. So that'll be a great show, and also everyone, please come along. As I said, that'll be on Up Mic and all. So please, as I said, go and download it from Apple Store or Google Store, and put our code in CBS 301. And please share and like the shows that we do, just to help us out. Like I said, we don't ask for money or anything like that. Just to help us grow our show and make it big. We would very much appreciate if you can do that, especially on YouTube and all. Just everyone smash the like buttons. It takes 2 minutes to do, and we would really appreciate it.
At the moment, we're just hovering above the relegation. So we need to regain up that table.
Exactly, cool. Well put, mate. Well put.
Well, there are others that are playing at championship level at the moment. No intentions.
Any final words, Diesel?
No, listen, just as per usual, I've just put a. Hang on, I'm try and find it.
I've got a final word to say. I've got a final word to say. If you want to make comments about me being smelly and old and things like that, and have a look at yourself first, and look at your appearance. You look like you come out of a dustbin, my friend. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Anyway, listen. There we go. That's my final comment tonight.
Anyway, right. And, on that note, no, listen. I just wanted to say, I've put it here. Like, thanks for watching. Listen, we're never going to be a channel that's going to ask for money. We don't do that. We've got, we like putting a show on for you guys. And if you go back to a month, maybe 2 months ago, obviously we were unheard of. It's nice to see comments asking, big up Diesel or big up Terry, big up Claude. We don't really get a lot of trolls in our chats. We get the odd one or two, but on the whole, we've got. I love our chat room. This is why, guys, I never really want to go to pre-recorded stuff, because we love interacting with the chat room with you guys. And that's the least we can do. And for you to give up your time, I know we get a lot of comments saying thanks for giving up our time to put a show on for you. Well, equally from me and the boys here, I just want to say thank you for giving up your time to watch us. It's a two-way street. So that's all I can say. Just keep watching, put a like on the video. It's another thing that we don't really ask a lot of, but if you could, we'd appreciate it, and we love you all. Simple as that.
If you want ice hockey, go to another channel. Not here, because we don't do ice hockey on here or any other sport. We just do football on here and UFC, boxing at times. We don't do ice hockey like certain other channels do. Right.
I just want to say, I just want to big up everyone in the chat again. Please all stay safe. Melina, Robin, Alex, Nick, Omar. Who else?
Alex Fisher, Richard Murray,
Liam, Zane,
Miss Melina.
Yeah, Melina.
All in the chat today. Nick's just come on. I think he's just come on a bit late.
Nick, I've just called him out. Nick. Just want to thank you so much.
You know what? You got Carefree CFC, right? It was a Chelsea fan, and he still tunes into us on a regular. So you know what? Big yourself up. Thank you for watching, bruv. Nice.
We're not big. Sophie Rosa only goes on big channels. Don't come on channels like us. I would like. She won't come on this channel. So we're not big enough. But we should. Thanks
Big ups to Dan and all.
Oh yeah, Stan as well. Stan the
Yes,
man.
Stan.
Oh yeah,
Yep, Stan the man.
great contributor to our shows. A great contributor.
Sammy Guna, Jake, Simpy, I could go Zane.
Simpy the best.
Mr. Arsenal podcast.
All the rest.
Yes,
Is it Simpy the best.
I love you all.
All the rest.
Tom McAhern, Georgie one for LCFC. Boom. That's just the story. Oh, we could go on.
J-Ed.
People in our chat, top people.
Geordie.
Yeah.
All of you.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming on all the time that we're on. And if you do like us, I mean, obviously go and put the notification bell on YouTube. You can also do the same on OpMic. And every time that we go live, you'll get a notification to say that we are, so you don't miss out. So please do that and all.
Brilliant.
And yeah. Look, she says, "Ha ha, Claude." Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. What? Did I say something funny? All right. Take care, everyone. All the best. See you soon. Bye for now. And it's time to go.